Hey YouTube! So I've been doing the mad stuff again. Perfect timing. So mad. So here we have. This was I got this off a guy I've sold guitars to before previously. Had a bit of a project. Miguel, his name's Michael though. I think it was just because he's got quite a common name. Can't remember what his second name is. So this body is a PV Telecaster thing. There is one I did for Scott a few months ago, which was this shape. So it was this body, but it had a piezo bridge in it and extra holes and stuff. So this would have been the more standardy one. I think this bridge is original to the guitar, but it does have upgraded roller saddles. The neck, the one that was on it was a Squire Strat neck. It was on at a funny angle, so I've sorted that. But this is the neck of a Hello Kitty guitar, which had been somebody didn't like the Strat and made it like pointy. So I managed to get a kind of Telecaster-y sort of shape out of it. I belt sanded it down and named it the Octoblastercaster because it's got 8 coils. So we've got a quad, 4 coils in the bridge, 2 in the middle, 2 in the neck, like dual rail, hot rail things. So we've got a 5-way switch, which works the way you would expect it to work in a Stratocaster. You know, neck and middle and bridge. This is a special switch that I had to buy specially for this. This is a triple coil split switch. So it puts it from QHH to HSS. Yeah, so run through it a little bit. So that's the neck position in single coil mode. Actually still quite a high output pickup. Playing through the Laney VK112. In position 4. Got a wee bit of reverb on. Middle position, single coil. And then position 2, which is, this doesn't split down to one coil, it splits down to a humbucker, so it's just a humbucker in the single. Output's gone up a bit. Maybe I should have made it split to a single coil. Would that be possible to do? Without taking the pickup to bits, it's not. No, keep it simple. And then humbucker in the bridge. Yeah, so that's the single coil sounds. There is the tone control is just a volume and a tone. The tone control also pops up for my Octoblast wiring system. So we're still in the split mode. So currently in the bridge position, you still get the same. Still just the humbucker in the bridge. If you go into the middle position, you get the humbucker plus one of the coils in the middle. So you get in series. So you get like a cascading. I kind of like the word cascade. So just a humbucker, triple bucker, and if you go to the neck position, you get the humbucker. It's basically a quad bucker, but instead of being these 4, which is the other people have that, so you get this humbucker here. In series with a single coil there, in series with a single coil there, so you've got 4. These obviously make a bigger difference when you're using distortion. distortion pedal set to be. Back to the bridge. So that's not. That's like that particular mode's a bit of a byproduct. So we're now in the bridge pickup humbucker. Now we've got the bridge. This is putting them into full power, so you've got the quad in the bridge. I don't know how much that's coming through, but it's much louder. Position 2. Middle position. Position 4. Which is both of these as humbuckers, which does give you that sort of Strat position 2 sound a little bit. That's it, single. Humbucker. Humbuckers. And then neck humbucker. So that's kind of, it's already pretty mad, but that's not the pièce de la resistance. So if we go to, we're in full power mode, pull up the tone pot for the Octoblast. I've got an octopus there on the screen. So this is quad pickup, middle position, quad pickup basically. Really. If you go into the middle position in the 5-way, you get sex bucker, so it's like these 4 coils wired with these 2 in 6. That's like a 6 coil humbucker. So again, quad 6, and that's the clean channel of a 50-watt amp that it's overdriving. And if you go into the neck position, you get Octoblast. What's happening here is you're getting all 8 coils running as one big pickup. I did a very similar thing with my decimator guitar, or a similar idea at 10 coils though, but instead of having normal sounds, it just had a big line of switches, 10 on-off switches, so you could basically pick any one or any combination of the coils, but they were all in series, so maximum was all 10 coils on for the 10 coils. So this is maximum all 8 on in this way, but it's just wired that a different way, which is like totally overdriving the clean channel of a 50-watt amp that's sitting at the volume at about 1. So if I go back to neck single coil mode, so that's not even the, is that the light, the lightest? Nope. The least powerful sound the guitar has, probably not the next, probably the middle, really. And then it's a bit like having like a 20 decibel boost and a mattress put in front of your speaker, turning on that. Pretty sure no other guitar in the world does this. So basically talking about the guitar then, before I do a wee jam to demonstrate it, I'll put some distortion on. The thing is that when you've got distortion on, it kind of doesn't make as much obvious a difference as it does on the clean channel. But in saying that, with YouTube compression and stuff, it might not be that obvious a difference to you anyway. In here, it's like, oh, when you start boosting it. So, Hello Kitty neck. So it's got a maple neck. I don't think these PVs came with a maple neck. Well, its original thing. This is an Indonesian court one. I can't remember what years the guy had it before me. Sanded off the numbers and the serial number. Left where it says Fender Craft in Indonesia. Doesn't say Squire. It does say designed and backed by Squire. See, normally you quite often get people who sand off the bit that says designed and backed by, so it just says Fender, and they go, "Oh, it's a Fender." But this one's, whoever it was did this was obviously a little bit not unscrupulous, a bit scrupulous. Is that the right word? A good guy. You know, so you look at it and you go, "All right, cool, crafted in Indonesia." You could sand that off, and then it would just say Fender, and you go, "Oh, it's a Fender neck." So they've not done that, which is top kudos. I don't know why they took the serial number off. Maybe it's stolen. Anyway, it wasn't me. Yeah, so as I said, roller saddles. The actual guitar's in really good condition. It's through strung like a proper telly should be. And actually, it works really well. It's a really nice guitar. So I'll stick in some bit of a rhythm track of some description. Thing with this one is I did a lot of work on this neck to get it playing pure amazing when it was on the Hello Kitty. So when I put it on this guitar, it was already all been done. Yay! See, but for me that's just, why would you want any more than that neck pickup? Humbucker neck. But the single coils sound really good in this. I just feel there's not really any compromise with having so many coils. Middle pickup. Distortion, governor pedal. And actually the only not hum cancelling positions this guitar does is when you're on the neck on its own in coil split mode and on the bridge on its own. So this does 14 sounds, is it? Yeah, hold on. It's 14 sounds, so you've got the 5-way switch basically in single coil mode. You've got the 5-way switch in humbucker mode, even though the single. So it's HSS, five positions, QHH, 5 positions, and then when you're in the split mode, you've got these two and this one in series, so like a triple bucker, and then the wide range quad bucker, so that's 12. And then when you're in the full power mode, you've got the sex bucker and the Octoblaster, so that's 14 sounds. So 2 of them are not hum cancelling, which is fine. Sorry, right, so back to continue. go for special switch. Triple bucker. Quad. Wide range quad. Neck humbucker. Four. So both these humbuckers now. Middle pickup. Two, so these four and these two in parallel. Quad in the bridge. And special switch. Six bucker. Octoblastercaster. Try the rat pedal. Nah, don't bother turning the tone off. Neck humbucker. See, the Octoblastercaster does make a difference. Really fat. Yeah, so the last time I did this was very early in my YouTube. Would I call it a career? Yeah, could call it a career. I get quite a lot of abuse for the 10 one with folk going, very clever, you overdubbed the sound. A guitar with, well, it's got 10 coils, but 8 coils not going to be that much difference. I've been a recording engineer for 40 years, blah, blah, blah. That many pickups on a guitar means the strings don't vibrate. You cheated. There's no way that they can be 10 coils in order or 8 coils in order. It's like, the fact is that even the video I was doing, it's not like it was. I do actually to change the setting on this because it doesn't. If you put it to 2K, it can't do it because it's more than let me right. So if I get myself a wee lead, I believe I saw one there. Right, mute this, click this on here, and then try and. Not going to be an easy thing to do to try and hold this up. While I do the. If I'd done the picture thing, that'd be a much more sensible way of doing it. Nearly going to work. Huh? Yeah, so bridge pickup, full humbucker. So the bridge pickup in this guitar is nothing. With the volume up, the bridge pickup comes in at 15.6, which is quite a hot bridge pickup. That's it in, can I hold that with one hand? It's now going down because my fingers doing it. Yeah, so okay, it's 17 now. Don't know how accurate these things. So 16, 17, something like that for the bridge pickup. If I split it down to a single coil, it should be half that, 8 odd. 8.1. Yep. Okay, so that's the bridge pickup. This is us in the Octoblast mode. So if I go to the middle, that's 6 coils. Your reading is in humbucker mode. The reading comes in at 10. That's not right, is it? What have I done? That should be up. That should be up. That's right. I should have thought about this a bit more. Right, so you're talking about 11, and I was obviously in position. I was in the wrong position on the 5-way lever. If you look at that earlier on, so it's 12 for the bridge pickup, 7 split, right, and in the middle position, which is the 6 buckers, you're up at 16, and if you're in the neck position, which is the Octobucker, you're up at 18. And this is not the results I was getting before. What have I done wrong? I don't know what I've done. This was. It's obviously my super technical way of doing this isn't working very well. I don't want to try to edit this if I can avoid it. So, right, hold on. Neck pickup on its own, 8. Split, 4.2. That's about right. Middle pickup on its own, 8. Split, 4. That's fine. Bridge pickup as a quad, 15. Split, 8. Right, that's okay. So if I put in the special mode in the middle position, it should be more than 16. Right, okay, what was happening was, I remember I said you can't set this to 20k, you can't, so in the middle position, we're getting 23. The reason it wasn't registering is because it only, when you put it to 20k on the multimeter, it stops at 20. So we're now at 24 for the Sex Bucker, and in the Octobucker, it was 30 odd, 31.2. So if you're one of those, oh, like a hot pickup, oh, it's like a 10k or an 18k, I think a DiMarzio Super Distortion is like 8.5, or a Gibson PAF, and sometimes you get like a really strong one at like 16. Well, this one comes in at 16 on its own. That was at 31 point something k. Okay, it's not one pickup, but it is. It's wired as one pickup. It's just there's a bit of a gap between these two coils and this coil, and then this coil and these coils. So it does do what I said it did. I'm just preempting that annoying person that accused me of lying before. I don't lie. So it does Octoblast correctly done. The other one was called the Flying V, which actually my girlfriend Civet's got just now, was called the Decimator, because it was the deck. See, but it was because it was I looked at that as being one pickup, one big massive 10 coil pickup, and you could decimate it, as in cut it into tenths by turning off the switches. Whereas this one, it's more just, if you've got this switch up, it's just an HSS telly, which is fine. And if you put the switch up, you get like the QHH telly, which again, ultimately usable. It's just this button makes it silly, and you can just ignore that. You don't ever need to use it. But the Octoblast sound, it does have a sound. Just if you want more, it's kind of silly, I suppose. But I want to stress the fact that the normal sounds, but just like, you know, the single H and the humbucker quad are all useful and good. Especially the single coil. I really like these. These are not super expensive pickups. These are the dual rails anyway are like just ones from China, and I've never been failed to be impressed by how good they sound. There must be something inherently good about having like the blade thing and just being simple. They all seem to sound the same, although this one was wired backwards to this one, which was a bit annoying. So it was out of phase, but I didn't get it right first time. But then Humbucker, Octoblaster. What I should really have done was dig out the wee 5-watt PV or even the Laney, because those are much smaller amps. So you would really notice the fact that in the clean channel, I mean, it's notice there that it is driving the clean channel of a 50-watt amp, which is down at nothing, you know. So there's headroom in there, this much. Whereas on like the wee Laney or something like that, if I was running that, which is 15-watt, or even that wee PV, which is 5-watt, relatively clean. And then by the time you started ramping it up to even the humbuckers, it would start being pretty much distortion. By the time you got to the octo thing, it would just be fuzz pedal. So this will be coming up for sale. Actually, someone's actually already, I put a picture up yesterday on Facebook on my Mad Malco Guitars page, and someone was interested, so I might give him first options on it, because this is, I mean, it's kind of classy looking a little bit. It's just like, oh, it's a Telecaster. It's not quite a Telecaster. It's a little bit off shape wise, you know. It's a little bit fatter and stuff, and then you look at it and you go, oh no, what kind of pickups are those? Are those super evil Darth Vader pickups? Yes, they are. And it's like, why is it called an Octoblaster? That implies 8. And it's like, yes, because it's got an 8 coil pickup option. Whether you ever need that, it makes it much more interesting, I think, anyway. And it's Mad Guitars. We do Mad Guitars, do mad stupid stuff. I'm going to start doing more of this stuff again. I used to do it years ago, and then I kind of started being a bit more sensible when I'm trying to make them not... The trick is to try and make them not that confusing to operate. I don't think this one is. So you've got, everyone knows how 5-way switch works, hopefully. And that's it. So it's just 5-way switch, that's fine. You can either have single coils or humbuckers, that in a switch. And then this thing is just silly. So it's like when you're in the bridge position, you got it up, it gives you this. When you're in the position 2, it's still just the bridge, doesn't do anything. So when you get to the middle position, it gives you both of these, and then when you go to the neck position, you get all of them. Fun. Rock on, actually, I'm going to build a pedal board. Like, not building a pedal board would normally mean, oh yeah, okay, so you get the pedal board and then you put pedals on it. No, I'm talking about starting off on a piece of, it's going to be a pretty unique pedal board made out of this aluminium tread plate, because my pedal thing, I don't really use pedals in the studio, so I do like having a tuner though, and a fuzz pedal, and neither of them take batteries really annoyingly, so got a way around it. So half an hour talking about the Octoblaster, up for sale soon. Kind of enjoying playing it. I'm really surprised at how good it sounds in the single coil mode. It's like, it's kind of like a really good guitar, and then it's got a silly switch. But even the silly switch, it's not. You don't go, I'll never use that. Of course you'll use that. You'll use that to show anybody that's round at your house to go, I'm just getting Octoblaster, listen, boom, and it's like, which I'm sure it's not going to come through on YouTube the way it does in here. It doesn't double the volume, but it ramps it significantly and fattens everything up. Rock on, love you all. Good live stream last night. I was playing it a wee bit in the live stream last night. But again, you'll have heard it even less in the live stream because it, for some reason, the live stream compresses like mental, and you get free phasing, where everything's just going, even though it's not doing that in the room. Rock on.